Breaking up old ties with an ex doesn't totally mean that you have to cut up old ties. It's a choice that you need to make. But there are advantages and disadvantages of keeping in touch with your ex. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those that are new, my name is Nelly. Today we're diving on a topic that sparks debate: keeping in touch with your ex. You know, some people find it completely normal and natural, and some they wouldn't dare. So let's start on a positive note, the advantages. There are few situations whereby you can still be in touch with your ex, like friendship. If your breakup is mutual and respectful, then the two of you can still enjoy that platonic friendship. You know, it's always nice to have a friend that knows you because both of you shared a lot of personal things together. So you can still keep that friendship with your ex because it's someone that knows you on a personal level. That person will understand you in and out because you shared a lot of personal things together. So that is why keeping in touch with an ex is not a bad idea when it comes to friendship. And the next advantage that keeping in touch with this ex is a good idea is when it comes to co-parenting. You know, co-parenting can be very difficult if you and your ex are not talking to one another. Even when it comes to those kids, it maintains a healthy relationship and it's crucial for the well-being of those kids. It's easier when you're co-parenting when you're both in speaking terms, because when it comes to children, really, they can manipulate the situation. The children can also use that against you. You know, when it comes to children, they're very manipulative. When they see that you're not talking to one another, they will manipulate the situation and they're very good at that. And you won't know because you're not talking to one another. And the next advantage when it comes to being in touch with your ex is the networking. When you probably are in a business together, or maybe your partner knows about your business, you can still share those professional connections. Maybe the person that you're with, you are running the business together. It still makes it easier to continue running with the business and still become friends and or maybe even business partners. If you've been running a business and your ex knows about the business, it's always best not to burn your bridges. And the next point is closure, really. When you are still in touch with your ex, in some cases, both parties can find that emotional closure and understand the relationship better. But as they say, there's two sides of a coin. When one door closes, the other one opens. Take with you all the experiences and lessons in this relationship as a lesson and use that to create a better you. So let's look at the disadvantages of keeping in touch with your ex. This one, it can be a bit tricky and it can come with a lot of challenges. One of the disadvantages of keeping in touch with your ex is that emotional dependency. Seeing that person all the time, it makes the breakup difficult, especially when both of you have those lingering feelings. You find yourself missing your ex. But that doesn't mean that you still love your ex. It just means that you're in a process of healing or in a process of letting go. Staying in contact with your ex, it makes it difficult for you to heal. Because for you to be able to let go is for you to accept that you aren't together anymore. And this is the first step of letting go, for you to discover life without them. For many people, they find it very difficult to reach that level after so many years. Sometimes you may think that you've moved on and you carry on with your life until you see your ex with another woman. That's where jealousy sets in, which is the next point. You might struggle in the relationship that you're in, especially when you keep seeing your ex with another woman. This is when you have to stop waiting for your ex in order for them to create that meaning or purpose, whereas you can create your own purpose without them. What feels safe and familiar is not always good at times. This is when you start creating those unhealthy patterns, which is the next disadvantage. If your relationship ended up due to toxic behavior, keeping in touch with your ex might ignite those negative dynamics. And the next disadvantage is it might give you a false hope. One person might hold on to the hope that you'll reconcile with that person. You might have to embrace that change has taken place here. I know sometimes you may think that you cannot stay without that person. Believe me, you can. And you will. Stop allowing yourself and giving yourself that false hope. An old self of you needs to die in order to attract a new self. Otherwise, you won't allow yourself to move on with your life. You need to understand that only you can hold your value and not your ex. You need to come to a point where you ask yourself these questions. Is it a right move to stay in touch with your ex? And if it is, why? Why do you want to stay connected with your ex? Does it bring any value into your life or it's holding it back? Ask yourself, are you fully healed or maybe this thing is holding you back? And your reasons should be clear, not based on fear or emotions. At the end of the day, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. It depends on the nature of your breakup. Whatever you decide, you always need to prioritize your well-being and your personal growth. So what do you think? Should you stay with your ex or completely cut up those ties? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and see you on the next one.